Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please take your seats, the program is about to begin.
Can I get that? Kane, testing. Kane. Sorry.
You know how. Ready? Let's go. What?
There's a countdown.
Okay, go ahead.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do we fight to hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love? Risk the fall, or we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of the world that we define. A solemn reign of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last light.
Good evening, everyone. How about a big round of applause for all of our teams and all of our schools? Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Nada Eaton. I'm the president and CEO of Irvine Public Schools Foundation, IPSF, and this is such a special evening for us. This is such an exciting program to be a part of. All of you that are here, you've taken the time to join us and celebrate, and this is really a momentous moment for us. I would like to begin by thanking the place that we're at. Do you guys like where we are? Pretty cool, right? I would like to thank Applied Innovation at the Cove for hosting us, and I want to introduce you to Matt Bailey, who is the Director of Collaborative Venturing Group, to come up and say a couple words.
Hey there, welcome to the Cove. Very exciting to have you all here. We've been looking forward to this launch event here for the CubeSat program, and it's very especially exciting to have the next generation of engineers and scientists. And of course, if any of you have an interest in attending UCI down the road, we would love to have you. So just so that you understand, UCI Applied Innovation, we're here as the front door to the business community. We help get all of the great invention that happens at the university out into the world, and we look to help support entrepreneurs and innovators. So I'll leave it at that. If anybody would like to follow up with me after, I would love to tell you more, but I don't want to get in the way of all this great programming. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt. I think we should have lit this little fire. It's so cool. Okay, so Irvine Public Schools Foundation, what is our role? I had a chance to speak to some of you at our last speaker series. We are proud to be one of the founding partners of this amazing program, Irvine CubeSat STEM program, with providing the initial funding to get the project off the ground. Our nonprofit organization and our board of trustees, many of you who are here, I'll recognize you in a moment, have made a multi-year commitment to take on all related fundraising for the program, including startup costs, enhancements, and expansion and eventual growth. We are actively seeking corporate sponsors to help us with this initiative. Corporate sponsors who also believe in creating something magical and opportunities for students that you don't find every day. Our goal is to enhance the curriculum, build the curriculum, and then expand the program to more students within Irvine, but also to then take it out of Irvine to other communities and other school districts in Orange County, statewide and worldwide, right? IPSF is committed to ensuring a world-class education for each and every student in our schools, and we've spent the last 20 years fostering innovation in the classroom through one of our programs, which is the teacher ITAP program, Innovative Teaching Awards program. And in fact, our students' first experience with CubeSat technology was the result of an ITAP grant 2 years ago to University High School to one of our teachers who's here, Tin Tran. Where's Tin? Yes. I want to thank Tin, of course, and it was that spark, along with the leadership of everyone involved with this project, the leadership at IUSD, and our visionary co-founders, who I'll introduce to you in a minute, that have made this amazing endeavor a reality for our students. Now, I would like to ask a few of our special guests who have taken the time to be here with us this evening to please stand and be recognized, beginning with Irvine Unified School District School Board members, Lauren Brooks, Ira Glaske, and then I would like to ask our IPSF Board of Trustees members, starting with our IPSF Board Chair, Mr. Thad Martin, our Vice Chair, Betty Carroll, Resource Development Committee Chair, Shireen Young, I have Doug Walker, who is here, and our Program Committee Chair, Joseph Lewis III. Is that everyone? If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Throw something at me so I know. Okay. I would like to also recognize from IUSD, Keith Twamanen, who's the Director of Secondary Education, Kristen Wynn, Director of STEM, and Patsy Janda. And we have some amazing principals who are all here, kind of sporadic, I think, with their teams. I'm not sure if where you're all seated, but I have Adele Hewer from Beckman. I have Kevin Astor from University High School. Monica Kalunga, Irvine High School. Chris Krebs, Woodbridge High School. Mike Mudir from Rancho Middle School. John Pearson? Okay. And Amy Paulsey. Amy Paulsey? Paulson. Thank you. Is that everybody? That was it? From Portola High School. You were the drawing and the, yeah. Yes, can you stand up one more time so we can scream for you? Yeah. Love it. So happy to have you guys on board. And now I would like to ask our school board member, Ira Glaske, to please come up and say a few words on behalf of Irvine Unified School District.
Perfect. Nada, thank you very much. On behalf of
Terry Walker, our superintendent, and the entire school board. Lauren Walker is here. We apologize, we all couldn't be here tonight. We have a board meeting in about a half an hour, so Lauren and I are going to be stepping out here in just 1 second. But it was important for us to be here because this program is a really good indication of the good things that we're doing at Irvine Unified. It blends all the things that we've been great at for years. Great administrators, our phenomenal principals, and most importantly, amazing, amazing students. You guys are phenomenal. And this program really takes what we do above and beyond, not only figuratively, but really literally in this case. We're so proud of what we do and what we stand for here at Irvine, and we're excited to always share that with the world. And this is a great example, giving the share it with the world, analogy, a little bit extra here, but also that the media is finally picking up and seeing one of the wonderful things that our students are doing here. I was excited to see the wonderful spread in the Register this weekend. If you guys all saw that, it was great coverage. I know we have Daily Pilot here tonight, and ABC News was actually at University High School today doing some filming and going to be able to talk about the program as well. So we're thrilled about it. We're excited to be able to support it. We're excited to be able to support you, the students, on really an amazing, amazing opportunity. Want to recognize and thank IPSF for really playing an incredible role on moving this forward. Brent and Kane for really taking this from truly an idea and really making it a reality. And then all of our partners who are involved in this project. You guys are all a very important part of what we do and why our students are so successful at Irvine. So congratulations, this is an exciting night. Thank you to all of you, students. I am incredibly jealous that I can't be part of your classes and be involved in this as well, but just know that all of us in the district are supporting you every step of the way. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ira. And before I introduce our co-founders, I would like to also thank the office of Congresswoman Mimi Walters. Kate Randall was here, and I don't know if she still is, but oh, there you are. Hi, Kate. Thank you for attending. And Kate brought with her certificates of congressional recognition for all of the schools, so that will be presented to you from Mimi Walters. And are we ready to go? You guys ready? Excited? Okay. It is now my pleasure to introduce the visionaries behind Irvine CubeSat STEM program. These two neighbors and dads from Irvine saw an opportunity to leverage their professional backgrounds and passion to create a program that could address a void in STEM education in Orange County. And they have not looked back since. Their energy and dedication that these two gentlemen bring to the program has set Irvine CubeSat on the fast track to space. Please join me in welcoming Kane Sosa and Dr. Brent Freeze.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, yes, definitely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good, okay.
So thank you everybody for joining us. I know you guys some of you have heard us throughout the speaker series, and you guys have gotten a lot of emails, a lot of calls, all the way through. So I want to thank everybody, of course, the school district, all the schools, for joining us in this journey that we're taking together. I want to take a few moments also. When you start something, sometimes you're running through the process and you're trying to figure out how do you get to the next level, how do you run through that. So this is my Oscar. If I had to think my Oscar speech, I want to thank IPSF, Nita and Cheryl and Kelly and the board at IPSF for really guiding us and gluing us with the community. I know they already had a relationship with the school, and they made it a lot easier and faster, and they really made this happen with us. So round of applause for IPSF. So if you guys look at this, I think you guys have seen this image before in some of our other sessions. I know we have a timer here. So the Irvine CubeSat STEM program, it's literally this. I mean, if you look at this is in orbit, correct? This is a satellite in orbit. It's the opportunity for some high schools, the high schools here, public high schools in Irvine, to have a joint project with industry partners to assemble, test, and launch a CubeSat. And actually, when it's launched, when it's up there, you have the opportunity to take some pictures, to do some experiments, and run through it. So Brent, can you just tell us a little bit about, just in general, high level, what is a CubeSat for the people that don't know?
Sure. So a CubeSat is a 4-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch cube. It's about half the size of a carton of milk cut in half. And it's launched from a Peapod launcher, which you'll see a little bit later in the program here, which is strapped to a rocket, which is then sent into a polar or an equatorial orbit. By the way, the orbit you just saw was equatorial. That was a space station. Our CubeSat, if it launches successfully in about a year from now, will be in a polar orbit from the north to south pole at about an orbit roughly a little bit higher than the one we saw. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this program it's been very organic. Everybody knows this. We started, I think, in October, correct? So
October 27th was
yeah.
the first
So
email I got from you, yeah.
So how did this crazy idea start? So literally, we both live in the neighborhood. We actually live about 10 houses away.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly. And literally walking my dog. So I'll give you guys a scenario right here. So anybody recognize this image? What is this? No, Martian.
Good answer.
Yeah. So if you look at this is actually my dog, and then the connection between my dog and this is actually the mission to Mars in the movie is called Ares, and my dog, by pure coincidence, is named Ares. So interestingly enough, I was walking my dog, and then Brent pulled me over and he said, "Kane, I need to talk to you about something." And me and Brent have talked to each other. He pulls the telescope every 6 months or something. He pulls it, so we kind of know casually, but we never talk about work.
Right.
So he basically came, "Kane, I have this idea about what if we did something. I know your wife has works with the district, works with she goes, is there any, works with, as a PTA at Rancho." She goes, "You have a lot of different relationships and connections. Is there a way we can do this, correct?"
Right, yeah. So we'd had an idea stemming from some very, very early prototypical programs that we did with as a company, the company I work for, with Beckman High School 2 years ago, and saw what happened afterwards. It was just an amazing project and good outcome, I think, from an overall perspective of education. So we want to do something bigger as a company. I was aware of what NASA was doing with their own CubeSat funded launches. So I wanted to do something in this area, but I needed the networks locally to do that. I had a lot of connections in terms of industry, but not locally with Irvine Unified. I knew Tustin, but not Irvine. So that's where Kane came in, and Kane said, "Well, I've got all these great ideas for STEM, but why don't we just combine our two ideas?" And before we knew it, the Irvine CubeSat program was born.
And this is in October. This is like a few days before Halloween.
Right.
Think about that. Where he basically, and I thought it was really, really crazy. Went back home, sat down, and then my wife looked at me. "What are you thinking?" This is. I'm the least space person you're ever going to meet. But I love. You know what I love? I love taking risks. I love technology. And it felt like the great, great endeavor for us to take. And I felt, wait a minute, it's Irvine. We have all the right pieces. We have the right schools. We have the right attitude, I think. And I felt that this would make a lot of sense for us to run through this. And that's kind of where the idea.
It just took off. It ticked a lot of boxes for industry too. They're looking for the new talent, bright talent, local talent, and Irvine does have a great reputation for generating very bright minds. But what the industry was looking for was a little bit something extra in applied engineering and science. So industry stepped up really quickly.
Yeah,
too.
and the last thing, I'll give you the last piece is, it really formed more into, if we want to make sure that there's a continuity, we decided it made sense for us to partner with the schools and make sure that we take their direction as well as with IPSF to make sure that this becomes a long-standing program, and it basically continues. And this is basically the output. And so I'm very happy for you guys to be here. But why don't we hear a little bit more about the program from our students and teachers. So.
Over there. All right.
I think it's really exciting that we get to do a hands-on project. When I first found out that we were going to send something in space, I couldn't believe it. And here we are about to do something big that I've never seen before in any high school.
I think it's a great way for me to learn about what the scientists have done and more about space and astronomy in general. and to get a glimpse of what the real professionals like at NASA and all the universities really do.
Hands-on learning is super unique because in the process you're actually teaching yourself, and students learn a lot better. They retain about 90% of the information when they're teaching others. So with hands-on learning, you're using your mind, your body, you're using all facets and all components to work and to learn. And just doing that and collaborating with other individuals makes the learning process not only more interactive, but so much more fun too.
CubeSat is this amazing opportunity for IOSD schools to come together and work together to build this nano-satellite.
CubeSat is a type of miniature satellite that's used typically for space research.
What happens is it goes in with a larger project
And detached at a certain point, and it'll go on its own orbit.
This program would not be possible without the support of JPL, Axiom Systems, and TIVAC, as well as EXA, that's the Ecuadorian Space Agency, who's gone above and beyond to help us reach low Earth orbit with our CubeSat.
Irvine Public Schools Foundation is incredibly proud to be powering the Irvine CubeSat program and providing such an incredible opportunity for our students.
All of the high schools work together to create one end product, and this is really important because each high school can focus on one aspect alone and perfect it.
What's meaningful for Orange County is that we have some STEM programs, we have some robotics, we have some of those, but it's nowhere where it needs to be. I think we're losing a lot of kids in STEM technology. People are not getting as excited as they were before. And this kind of program gets other kids that would otherwise not get excited about STEM. It's not just the programming, it's not about coding, it's not about robotics, it's definitely more than that. It's about working together as a team and basically accomplishing something in advanced technology.
It fills a pretty big void in Orange County in terms of the STEM architecture that we've built in here. We have such fantastic resources and students and talent, and we really need to emphasize that at the high school level in terms of getting them interested in science and technology.
I've been in the district for 18 years, and there has never been a project on such an ambitious scale in terms of its scope and timeline.
I think it's time now that our students are able to do so much more project-based learning, so many more things that will expose them to industry, to other companies, and they'll learn a lot more about how to work amongst other schools in a non-competitive way. We do it with sports all the time, but now it's a very non-competitive environment in helping each other learn.
This project really pushes the envelope in that it gets students to work on highly advanced technology, which only university and industry level people get to work on. It really pushes STEM education to the next step and the next level.
I'm excited to be part of this project because it really allows me to be part of a real world situation, to be in a group work where all the groups have their own part to this common goal, and it really interests me.
I'm really excited and really proud that so many more girls than I had seen in the past are more interested and excited in being involved in this program, and my team is almost 50% girls, which is a great number, and I'm proud that they've joined us.
Well, as a middle school involved in the project, it is just, we're just thrilled. Our students work not only within our own district, but to work with other colleges and other team members outside of our district and companies and all these corporate sponsors and technical experts, and be able to go ahead and work towards a common goal of having a successful flight, I think is just really unique for our district, and our students are ready. They're ready to go ahead and take on something like this, so it's really exciting for our district, I think.
This will be a real life experience, so I'll have experience in the field before I get out of school, so I'll know what the real world is like.
If the launch is successful and our CubeSat is operational in orbit, this will put Irvine on the map globally. We will be a very important program moving forward for all eyes to watch.
With this program, the sky's the limit, and I'm really excited to see what my future holds.
Space is the new frontier of exploration, and it's really cool to work hard at something. This program is really similar to the real world in that we have a time frame, we have a year and a half to put everything together, and we're splitting up the workload, and I just think it's really cool to build a satellite.
We're high schoolers, we're not college, we're not past college. We've done this. And this is a valuable life skill that we've taught our students. This is something that we can do more than once. This is something that we're teaching them to be greater at life, and this is a valuable life skill.
They're going to get to do something that's actually going to be, I can point up in the sky and I did that. And I think that excitement is just wonderful to see on the students' faces.
Okay, can we get a big round of applause for the video? Thank you to everyone that participated. I'm going to turn it back over to Kane and Brent, but before I do that, Northwood, hi, where are you? You did not throw something at me. Your principal could not be here tonight, but you failed to tell me that I should have been recognizing your assistant principal. Saul Glesser, I'm so sorry for missing you. All right, Kane and Brent.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So this is actually Brent, can you talk really quick about this?
Sure, yeah. This is a true scale rendering, although it's not quite that big, but it's a correctly rendered model of the CubeSat in full 3D, which shows the heatsink in the front, some of the optical comm systems that you see there, a little purple dot, that's a purple LED, the Ecuadorian hull that comes around, and of course the solar panels that jut out on the sides. Inside you can kind of see a little bit of green. That's it's not really green in real life, we just color code the batteries, but we have batteries coming in from Ecuador as well that just came off the assembly line yesterday, actually. Yeah. So all of this is space-rated hardware. Most, if not all of it, has flown before. We're just very excited to help put all this together at the high school level. Yeah.
So who's part of the CubeSat SIM program? So as we already talked about, we talked about Beckman, we talked about Woodbridge, all the different high schools as well. The key partners, we have Brent from Sorlox, my name is Kane from Bilingual Interactive, of course. We already heard IPSF. Those are our key partners. And I'm actually going to move really quickly just because of timing, but I definitely want to recognize our consulting partners. So we have, actually, Brent, you can go ahead.
Sure. So we have Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, who is graciously providing the camera, which is our primary instrument.
And actually, Justin, he's all the way from Cal Poly. He drove all the way from Cal Poly.
Yes, please, Justin, if you could stand up just for a moment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Brown University as well as Montana State University have been providing some guidance on things like optical communications and battery lifetime management and radiation shielding, all kinds of things like that. They'll be more involved later on down the road as we get into orbit. MIT Aeroastro is the Aeronautics and Astronautics Department of MIT in Massachusetts. They developed the thruster technology, which was then spun out in Axion Systems. Tyvak, of course, everyone's aware of Tyvak. How many people came here saw Jordy's talk a couple months ago from Tyvak Corporation? Okay, great. So Tyvak donated both of our UHF radio comm system as well as the main avionics, which are the brains of the CubeSat. EXA is the Ecuadorian Space Agency. They are building both the batteries as well as the solar panels, primarily the power systems. They also have an astronaut that's donating a huge amount of his time for all the teams to be accessible. He's flown a couple of CubeSats, record-setting missions in the recent past, and he'll be participating in this one as well. And so his space agency is involved. And last but not least is ISL, which is Innovative Solutions Logistics. I'm sorry?
Space
Logistics out of Holland, specifically the University of Delft, Holland, who is our launch integrator. They will be taking our packaged, certified, fully tested CubeSat, putting it into a Peapod launcher or a deployer in Holland, and then shipping that off to its launch platform, which right now is scheduled to be in Russia.
Yeah, so just big round of applause. These are our partners they're the best in this industry. They're the pioneers, and they're actually aligned ourselves with each of the high schools, and we'll talk a little bit, but if we can give a round of applause for our consulting partners, that'd be fantastic. So now we'll do team introductions. We'll talk a little bit about, if you guys can, we'll go here.
Sure.
Actually. So we have, if you guys can look over there, we have Beckman, and this is simplified. This is the brain of the CubeSat. So everybody from Beckman, can you guys stand up right now, so we can recognize everybody from. Dr. Paul Lewanski, the Sid brothers, and then and then what do you call it? And they take care of the GPS and the main computer. So thank you guys, appreciate it.
That's correct. There's another company here named Novatel, which supplies our GPS subsystem, and they've been very helpful as well, yes.
Actually, so we have the next team. So we have Woodbridge. Can everybody from Woodbridge stand up? So they're responsible for the command and control and downloading the data. And we have Jennifer Blackie. I don't know where Jennifer, I can't see her, but she's over there. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And then we have Team Power, and this is keeping the lights on. This is Northwood High School. We have Ibeth and Mark. Can the team stand up?
Okay, there you go.
Thank you so much. And I think it's going to be over here now. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
We're trying to use all the different screens, correct? This is Team Propulsion. They're orienting and moving the CubeSat, and that's Irvine High School. That's Archana. And can we have that team come up? Thank you so much. And then we have the main, actually this is Team Prime. So the main instrument in this mission, in Irvine 01, is the camera. And they take care of everything else, which just includes the frame as well. And they actually take care of the paperwork for the launch. And that's Tint Tran and the Uni team. Can you guys stand up, please? Thank you so much. And we have actually, I'll talk about it really quick. This is we actually have, as the program continues, we need to develop curriculum, and we need to develop a lot of things. And one of the big things for us, reaching out to Keith and to Patsy and IPSF, we decided that we would do a continuity. We had a feeder program. So this is an experiment within experiment. And this is Rancho Middle School joining us. This is David Gerchich. And they're actually doing a piece with us too. So can the Rancho team stand up? So thank you guys. So what's interesting about doing something like this is we need to understand how do we get ready for high school and how do we get ready for a CubeSat high school program. So this is something that we're all working together. So I really appreciate the help, Keith and Patsy and Anita for helping us with that as well. And I think, so how does it all fit together? If this is actually a diagram, Brent put this together. This is literally all the different parts and pieces on how the CubeSat is going to work. So each team is literally assembling and basically managing each of those different parts, correct?
That's right.
As you see it. And then they're all going to interface. So think about it. Each school is going to work on their own thing, and they actually have to be thinking all the time, not until the end, on how do we work through this project and how do we roll this out together as a team. And then they have to think about not just communicating, documenting through that whole thing, but actually if it works correct with software interface. So this is a great opportunity. Think about this, for multiple schools to do something together, launch it into space, and have 2 school districts doing it. So I think that's another, I think, great, fantastic. Round of applause for all the schools and all the administration. Thank you. So as we talked a little bit about the feeder program, I know we're running a little bit short in time, but I want to talk about what happens next, correct?
Absolutely,
People talk about this. So this is what's going to happen in fall 2016. So Brent, can you talk about this really quick?
Sure. So we've been brainstorming for months and months and months in parallel with all of this, what to do when we get a new high school here, because we're going to have a new high school in the fall in Portola. And it occurred to us that there was a subsystem that we hadn't covered. We covered all the major 5 mechanical and electrical subsystems and software. Of course, a huge part was with software, paying a lot of attention to that from all of our manufacturers and suppliers. But biology was something that got kind of left behind. And bio-CubeSats are a very, very rare breed. I think less than 5% of all CubeSats have anything to do with biology. And part of that is they're extraordinarily difficult. They can be expensive, and they take a long time to develop. But we reached out to a NASA center, not JPL, another one. We're in early stage talks with them about collaboration in the near future for a future flight past Irvine 01, perhaps Irvine 04, that is far in the future. We talked to Professor Yang at Caltech, who's developed a microchip microscope. It's a microscope on a microchip. which is very easy to fly. It works. It's a fantastic device. You can see a picture of it there. And we started looking at microbes that are part of the K-12 curriculum that have also flown in space. So things that you would study in AP biology that also occur in spaceflight that we could replicate and teach the basics of astrobiology with. And so we're in the very early stages of developing this. This is a very, very challenging subject. It's how do you build a life support system for a microbe to survive in orbit with microgravity, radiation, all kinds of other challenges. So we're still in the early stages here, but we're hoping to combine Portola High School as Team Biotech later on and gradually bring them into the fold with the rest of us to fly as a payload.
Because it's a long process. They have to start in fall and run through that so they can get ready.
Right.
Yeah, so typically a mission like this actually costs a lot of time, a lot of money. So
yeah, it does.
what do you call it? So we're trying to figure out how to make sure we focus.
Right.
So
And there's a few pictures of some common
yeah.
bacteria and yeasts up there that are used in industry.
So thank you. I think then we'll go to the next slide. So what else are we trying to achieve? So we're together as a whole group. We're also trying to build the curriculum, and we're trying to replicate this not just in this school district, but across school districts. So think about it. We're going to run through this at the same time we have the teachers running through this, and they're actually going to document and write some of the curriculum as we write through it. The other thing that happened, this happened naturally, and then Patsy and Keith can tell you, and Nita, we're running through this. We basically have it basically has come to we have like a CubeSat certification now. So it's going to be a certificate process that basically encompasses ham radio, information security, actually coding. So some of the students here are actually taking Linux and open source to talk to some of the folks in Cal Poly. Actually, coding that they didn't have before, coding lessons, maybe they studied Java, but this is very specific to operate and move the CubeSat. So that's actually taken a life of its own. Now it's very important. Now we basically have a certification program. And of course, I don't know if you guys saw some images of the 3D printing. We have 3D printers, correct? Some people 3D print their hands. We're actually 3D printing the frames. And that's how we're going to assemble everything. So think about that, and I think it's going to be great for the students to have an opportunity to do that. We're attending conferences. There's an April conference we're attending. This is the first time some of the high schools are attending. We're going to Cal Poly to go and attend that and learn about what's happening in the CubeSat industry. We have design reviews with a couple of folks from JPL, NASA.
Correct.
Yeah,
a couple
correct.
From the CubeSat program.
CubeSat program. And they're actually going to present and run through that. And that design review is actually something very formal that happens when you launch a satellite or a mission like that as we run. The other two is we're also engaging with other departments. This is important too. So we're engaging with the art department. We have a logo contest. We have submissions from the different schools as well, which fantastic. We're going to work with the music department to have music, music contest as well.
Correct. Yeah.
To go through it. And we actually have a web design, blogging, and social ambassadors in the room now that are actually taking care of the Facebook page of the program, are taking care of the Twitter page of the program and Instagram. And then we have a couple of 2 or 3 bloggers that are going to be blogging on a weekly basis. Of course, I told them, make sure you focus on school, then you focus on the organic, and then if you have time, then you can come back and do this. But we have that as well. So that's kind of where the program is going. I want to thank everybody. There is a surprise for everybody. I think we are going to be able to probably, we have some hellos. So just give me a second.
Sure. How much time do you need? A couple minutes? Okay. Well, a couple of other things I'll just talk about real quickly is Team Prime is also working, and a couple of other teams at a lower level, with government paperwork. So, oh, look, there they are. NOAA, as well as the U.S. State Department and NASA, have been interacting with our students already.
So we have this surprise from you guys. So here's Ronnie. I guess Ronnie. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hey, how's it going?
Hi. ¿Cómo estás?
So this is Ronnie. This is the first Ecuadorian astronaut from, and he also is with Team Power.
That's correct.
And this is the guy that has more energy than me. I get popcorn and listen to him. This is Ronnie, and he's actually dialing in all the way from Ecuador to say hi to you guys. Ronnie, you want to say a few words to the group?
Yes. Well, I'm glad to share this evening with you. We're honored to be part of this effort. As a father, I think that we need to educate, to prepare our children, not for the world that they actually live in, but for the world they will live on. So this program, what it's doing is fantastic. Is something that is unique. I understand that it will be the first high school CubeSat, and this is serious business. This is space, and believe me, this is serious business. What you are doing here is something amazing, something pretty difficult, and you are doing it just pretty well. So let's go ahead, let's make it to space, and let's fly this CubeSat into space. Thank you.
Thank you. Muchas gracias, Ronnie. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Commander.
it. Paulo, can you join us for the call now?
Hi.
Introduce him.
He's much bigger in real life.
Yeah. So Paulo Lozano is joining us all the way from Massachusetts, from MIT. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Professor, can you hear us?
Yes. How are you?
Very
How's
good.
everybody?
Very good. Could you tell us a little bit about your background and what you do?
Yes, it is great for me to be here and congratulate all of you for undertaking this tremendous project. I think that this is just an example of the huge improvement in how we communicate the space activity to the world. And the fact that a group of very enthusiastic high school students can actually think about putting an object in orbit and not only something like Sputnik, which was a little radio, but something that's going to have a lot of capability. I think that is something that is very contagious in terms of the enthusiasm for all of us. I think it's fantastic, and we are going to be helping in the propulsion side, and just looking forward to make it successful.
I want to talk about what happens next, all right?
Oh, that's me. I don't know how I'm talking over there. ¿Está bien? Yeah. You okay?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Give me a second.
Excellent.
Go ahead, Paul. Start. Yeah, go ahead.
Please continue, Professor.
I know what's going on.
So we have
I know what's going on. Can you guys turn off your
Here's,
YouTube?
Ronnie, I guess Ronnie.
Anybody who's on the YouTube watching the live stream.
Hey, how's it going? So this is Ronnie. This is the first Ecuadorian
Technology.
And this is the guy that has more energy than me. I get popcorn.
All right.
I know my wife. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the YouTube.
Maybe we go to the next one.
Paulo, can you hear?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, go ahead. I think it's a YouTube. I think streaming behind you.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Well, very quickly, it's just to say congratulations to all the students, and I think this is a fascinating project, and then cannot wait to see this object in orbit. I think it's going to be fantastic. At MIT, we are very excited about the use of this technology, and looking forward to help as much as we can.
So, round of applause for Paulo Lozano. Thank you. So it's late for him. He's calling from Massachusetts, and he's part of Aeroastro, actually the oldest aerospace.
I believe it's the oldest aeronautics department anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. So thank you so much, Paulo. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
So now Luis.
Hi, everyone. Good evening from here in Massachusetts. I just want to say that, number one, I think I speak for the whole Axion team, that we're all extremely jealous of all these high school students who get to work on such a cool project at such a young age. It's going to be an amazing learning experience for everyone involved, and it's going to be something that you can be so proud of once you have something in space and you're doing such a cool experiment. And we're going to be very proud when it happens too, and we're excited to be part of it and to help you solve all of the challenges that you're going to face, because as Ronnie said, you know, this is the real deal. This is space. It's not just a toy. You're doing something really, really significant. And the ability to utilize these CubeSat technologies to do something like bring high schools together and teach students, it's something I wish I had when I was in high school. And I just want to say, here at Axion, we are really, really excited to be involved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Luis and Natalia, both of them came out of MIT, and they started this company, which is Axion, and they're actually pioneers in propulsion. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much.
And now we have Jordi, Dr. Jordi Puzzari. Hola. Hello.
Hola. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Jordi, so Brian, can you introduce Jordi?
Sure. This is Professor Jordi Puzzari. He is the co-developer of the original CubeSat standard from Cal Poly. Now he runs TIVAC. And your current title, Jordi, at TIVAC?
I'm the Chief Science Officer at TIVAC, and I'm a professor at Cal Poly as well. So I'm wearing a couple of hats right here because we're trying to help in both ways. When we started this CubeSat thing, it was a way of trying to get universities to fly things into space, and we weren't even thinking about high schools, and now high schools are flying things into space. So that's really nice to see that we're trickling down and teaching people earlier and earlier, and giving them the opportunity to put their stuff in space. We're very excited to see that happen. I think it's phenomenal that you have a number of high schools working together. It's really a real-world experience with different teams in different locations working together. It's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a really good experience for everybody, and we're here to help as much as we can. I think we want to see some of these students coming to Cal Poly when they graduate, and I would like to see some of them coming to work at TIVAC. I mean, I'd rather have them on my side than against me. And Luis, you can have a couple as well. But no, I mean, we're really excited. We're glad we're here to help, and we want to see these move forward and make it to orbit in the near future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jordi. Thank you. So about 20 years ago, him and another professor came up with the concept of a CubeSat and made it smaller, more manageable, and now we're here, correct? So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jordi, Luis, Paulo, and Ronnie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you all. Yep.
Okay, so before we let everyone enjoy dinner and refreshments, I would like to ask representatives from each of the teams. I believe that there are 2 students from each team that have been asked to come up, and then all of the teachers. And Patsy, if you could also join us, please. I know Keith had to run. And then our IPSF Board of Trustees, if you guys can come up. We're going to have an official ribbon cutting ceremony with like really big gold scissors and everything. So come on up. We're going to all squeeze up here, I think, so that everyone gets in. Oh. No, I'm gonna, yes, I do need help.
I'll help. Do you want me to be
stretched
central?
from one end to the end? I want you close. Okay. We're gonna hold this. Save me in this. Yes. Okay. So everyone's gonna squeeze in. Come on up, all the teachers, please. Pardon me. You guys got to get really, really tight. We're gonna take the ribbon all the way.
Come on in tight.
Come on right here.
What is it? Oh, awesome.
Brent, you have the pleasure of, you guys can put a face in between.
How does that work?
Just twist it.
Just
Right?
twist it and it
Let me
fires
get in
on?
here with you. You get right here with me. Here, I'll get. Is that big tomato? Yeah, I'll go here. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna make sure everyone's in. Squeeze as close as you can. Saul, you gotta get in. I already missed you, Saul, so you gotta get in. I won't be able to forgive myself if Saul's not in the photo. Yes. No, there's no flame. Just do it that way. That's fine. How are we doing? Are we all in? Okay, we're going to do an official countdown, all right? And everyone's going to help us. Okay, ready? Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Congratulations, everyone. So all of the students, all the student teams, if you guys go that way, there's IPSF staff that will be directing you. We have pizza and refreshments for you. Everyone else, please stay here. You have some dinner over here. Good job. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.